3, 2, 1, and we lit.
Welcome back to Lit Podcast. I got another special guest for y'all. Today is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? We're going to touch on music, but today we're going to talk about this book. Yeah, for Kierra Sadler right here. It's called More Than My Skin. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I have to tell y'all right now, you know, I had to order this book when I seen it on Instagram because I was just like, you know, wait a minute. I know who this person is, and I know that they ain't just drop a book on me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking they were just going to drop a book, so I was just like, okay, let me see what this book is. So I got it, and I fell in love, and we finna talk about this today. So my fans out there, and my Lit Podcast viewers out there, I want you to introduce y'all to Kierra Sadler. I want you to say hello to my people out there.
Hello.
Hey, I want to tell everybody how you doing today.
I'm good.
You doing good?
I am.
You sure you doing good? Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stay lit to light, man. We finna smoke some of this weed, and we finna talk about this book.
I'm with
First of all, I want to know what made you write this book, though.
Inspiration.
Well, what inspired me to write it is basically because the times we're in now, it's really a touchy subject, and a lot of people don't like to speak on it.
Right.
Because, I mean, a lot of feelings get hurt, and you really have to really dig deep to tell what's really going on.
Right.
And some people can't do that, or some people can't accept that. But it's what we're really going through and what we deal with on a day-to-day. Racism didn't stop back in the day with our ancestors. It's still going on.
Right.
And it ain't going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to us to speak on it and really voice how we feel and not be ashamed to talk about where we come from, but what we're not going to accept.
Well, you talked about a lot what we ain't gonna accept in this book right
here.
Yeah, you talked about a lot what we ain't gonna accept in this book, and you acknowledge a lot of people that a lot of people forgot about too in this book. And that's one thing I noticed. Now, I did know this is what I want to first talk about right here, because this is what kind of touched my heart too, because I got into this same situation about interracial dating. Mm-hmm. And you was like, you know, you asked a black woman, you know, she was in a relationship and she was married to somebody outside of her race. Mm-hmm. And you asked her why. Mm-hmm. And when she gave the answer to you, you know, why she was married to this, you know, I guess white man, or whatever you want to call it, you said you felt like everything was like in your world, like just coming down, like everything was like miscrewed. You just didn't understand. It was just like discombobulated. What made you feel that way?
I just feel like a lot of times when it comes to interracial relationships, a lot of us, and then nothing's wrong with it. First of all,
Okay.
like I don't not like somebody because they're dating outside their race. That's not what I'm saying. And with me being biracial, I don't feel like somebody could say that about me because I'm not all the way black,
right,
but I'm black.
Right.
But it really just bothers me because a lot of times people date outside their race for the wrong reason.
Right.
Or a lot of people, some people even hide it.
Right,
and, you know, they try, because I mean, I know a person, I didn't put this in the book, but I know a person that dated a black woman that dated a white man. Mm-hmm. And her family wouldn't accept him, but she loved him. He did everything for her, took care of her. But because he was white and they didn't accept him, their relationship ended. So it's just real sensitive because some people still have a lot of anger because, especially older people, of what they dealt with, so they can't accept it. So it's like when I hear people's reasons of why they date outside of the race, it's like that's
because they want their kids to have straight hair.
It's for all the wrong reasons.
Right, all the wrong
exactly.
reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my child to go through what, you know, I went through or what their daddy went through. Yeah, that's a very touchy subject. And I've never heard
anybody say, I'm dating outside the race because, oh my God, I love this man or I just love this woman. The first thing is, I wanted my kids to have good hair. I want mixed kids. I wanted this, or she looks like this, or
I wanted a bigger booty, or I wanted to be tall and muscular.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Never because they genuinely, this is who you love and want to be with.
That's crazy.
That comes at the end.
That's what touched me in this book, because I know that's kind of what, if it touched you like that, I know it touched me, because I was sitting up there when I was reading it. I was just up late at night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. I got to that page and I was just like, man, I've been in that same situation. Mm-hmm. And I always wondered why us as people, we be the number ones who tear our own self down on so many levels.
Yeah.
Like I was watching Charleston White. I don't know if you know about Charleston White, but I guess he's a guy from Fort Worth or whatever, and he was on this other podcast, and he was talking about how our race is the only race that sit here and talk about killing each other. Or talk about, you know, slipping girls Mickeys and doing each other in, but yet we won't talk about the white person, or we won't talk about the, you know, the other people, you know what I'm saying? In your book, you kind of touched on bases on this too. You were saying like, yeah, you know, we got problems within ourselves, but yet the problems within ourselves, you know, like it was one part I was thinking about, like the problems that we have is like we fight the demons within us because we're trying to be better from what we see. We see white people on TV having the cars. We see white people on TV having the nice hair, the mansions. They live better. They have all the money. What makes us stereotypes, right? So what makes us as people fight against us so hard?
Because I feel like with our race, everything's a competition. We can't all elevate if we competing. If everybody was to join in and really give what they have and bring something to the table, then we could elevate. I was telling my mom the other day, I said, you know, it makes me mad because with black people, we don't deal with our family or we don't friends and all this, because once you start elevating, they start falling off.
Right.
But it makes me mad because everybody's so quick to talk about the white man or this and this and that. But you walk in Walmart and the white people, whole family together, everybody getting along. Or if one friend doing something good, he gonna support him. We don't do that.
Why? What is it? Because I want to know, because we talk about it so much, right? And then we be around our people every day.
Yeah.
And we sit here and we talk about this day in, day out. This is not a day that black folks don't have this conversation. What is it?
I feel like I said, it's competition. Another, like, that's like, not saying me and you, but using us for example. If you doing something that's the same as me, or you feel like you got an idea and I got something to bring to the table, but you scared that I might have more information than you, you're not going to share your idea with me because you feel like I'm going to put my knowledge with what you got, and then we're going to elevate. I mean, I'm going to elevate and leave you behind. But so I think everybody is scared to put...
They have the fear of being left behind.
Right. Or like I said, they always want to compete. It's not a competition. I might have the same talent as you, but we might do it two different ways. But
like, wouldn't you, like, anybody, like, with the right mind, like, if you have that knowledge and that power to take us somewhere, when you have the mind to be like, okay, I'm gonna go with you, I'm gonna help you get to where we're gonna go, because we're gonna be there together.
I mean, I would hope so, but why we ain't doing it?
Mexicans do it all the time.
Every other race do it all the time. We at a standstill because we can't get over, and a lot of people have pride and ego factors.
Right.
You got to put that to the side.
Right.
Your pride gonna hold us back, when if you put that to the side and we work together as a team, we can really go far, because black people have a lot of talent. They just are scared of themselves and what they battle, and that they can't put it out there.
Right.
So,
is you think because we caged into, because we have certain boundaries, sometimes we can't flex a certain way that we want to flex? Like say for instance, like the laws that are put in place, like you know how the system plays us. The system, like, they give you a yard but cut it off to a certain extent. Say, well, you can't go the whole yard. We give you a yard, but you can't go the whole yard.
Yeah, but if everybody was caged in and let that type of thing stop them,
right,
then we'd all be just stuck at a standstill. If they give you a half a yard or whatever you just said, if they did that, then you make what you can with what the space they give you.
Correct.
Or do your research and figure out how you can get around that.
Right.
There's always something bigger, you know, or somebody over them that you can go to, or something where you can get around it.
Right.
I had been writing this book way before any of the protesting and stuff went on. But I was scared to put it out because I'm like, a publisher ain't going to take this because it's too touchy.
Right.
But then when I thought about it, a police officer and everything else, their duty and their job is to do something, but if ain't nobody speaking on it, it's going to keep happening.
It's going to keep happening.
So if I can be a voice or try to express myself from what I feel, maybe somebody else will do it. Maybe another black person can tell what they knew that I didn't know.
Like they each one.
So why?
Right.
Okay, I got another question, because you touched, there was something touchy that me and my girl, we talked about talked about this. Like, as soon as I got done, she was just like, "Why are you so interested in this book? And who wrote this book? And da 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 da."
Right.
And I was just like, "Man, my partner wife." I was like, "Shit, I'm supporting the cause." You know what I'm saying? I say anything. She was like, "Who?" I was like, "Gunna Meize." She's like, "Oh." She was like, "He got a wife?" You like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? Everything. She was like, "Oh, well, shit, I didn't know that." And I was like, "Yeah." She was talking about, you know, just everything black folks go through is more than just your skin. It's like, it's your way of life, it's the way your thought process, it's the people around you, your environment, you know what I'm saying, where you were raised and everything. And I was like, the most thing that I saw too in her was like the angry black woman. The angry black woman. Why is that title bestowed upon black women?
Because we're very outspoken and strong.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people take that as us being aggressive.
Right.
But because I speak my mind and because I say how I feel doesn't mean that I'm angry or that that's my character.
Right.
But I mean, if you make us mad, yeah, we're gonna say what we gotta say. That's just that. But I do know with other races, they're women, not trying to talk down on no other race, but are kind of timid, or they might handle theirs in a different way.
Right.
But a black woman is straight to the point and she's gonna voice how she feels.
Right.
But look at all the things black women have been through. Black women are strong. And I feel like they're a big part of our culture, because if we weren't strong and raising our men to be strong, because at the end of the day, a woman raises a man.
Right.
Yeah, the man wears the pants and he's supposed to do his role, but a woman is really in control of that.
Right.
So it's like, because we say how we feel or because we want things a certain way, we're not angry. We just know what we want.
You know what you want. Now,
Yeah.
now this
come from the era of being raised by our moms.
Right. So I never really thought of it as being angry. I just always thought as it being, you know, hey, shit, damn, I done said it this way, I done did it this way. You know what I'm saying? I done tried it this way.
Right.
Now let me put a little bit more force behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you hear me. But I understand now in your book, you like, shit, motherfucker, once the motherfucker get to that goddamn point. So I think some people just don't get it. I think, you know, women are the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand. Like you say, y'all raise us. Y'all give us life.
Yeah.
You know, y'all do raise the boys. And sometimes, do you think some of the women raise some of the boys to where, you know, they not even boys or men per se?
I mean, that could be, but
like too much nurturing.
Yeah,
sometimes
it could be, because
over protectiveness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some women, honestly, when they look at it, I mean, that's your child, and if the father isn't there, they kind of do give them a little extra because they feel, I wouldn't say bad, but they feel like they have to give them love all the way around. So some of them do, but for the most part, I feel like women do a good job, because I always say that once a kid gets a certain age, you doing your part is giving them what they need and providing for them.
Right.
But a child is going to eventually grow into their own individuality, and you can't change that.
You can't change
So it doesn't matter. I can do whatever to my child and tell them this is the right way, but when they get older, if they go the opposite direction, I did my part.
Right.
So it ain't up to me.
How sometimes, you know, when you see yourself get older, you find out you be having your parents' traits though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like you don't know which parent it might be,
Right, yeah.
but you know, if you be like, God damn, I'm laughing like, shit.
And what I meant in that, when I was talking about too, also is like with black women, if, for example, if I'm in a store and there's a white woman or any other race next to me, and we both are upset because our order wasn't right or something.
Right.
If I voice how I feel about it,
Right.
I'm aggressive or
Right.
I'm this. But if the same person next to me is saying the same, I mean, not the same person, if the person next to me is saying the same thing, but they're another race,
Right.
they're going to tend to them and feel like, you know, oh, well, this ain't attitude. But we saying the same thing.
Right.
But because of my tone, or really, honestly, it's because you're looking at the color of my skin.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not looking and judging me because
Right.
of who I am and what I'm saying as an individual.
Right.
You see that, oh, she black, she fits the go off.
Right.
But why?
And that's like what
Like
that's
they
exactly
feel
what you said in your. And that's
They
exactly what you
feel,
said in
feel
your
weak
book.
by being around such strength, like it's
Right.
I mean, like it's affecting you in some manner, which you hadn't told me that we can't have a conversation and talk about.
Right.
And that's actually a parable in her book.
Yeah.
Like and that's true, and that's on. And like how I like how you put it for women and men.
Yeah.
You didn't in this book. You didn't leave out. That's what drew me to this book. You know what I'm saying? That's what she touched on both sides, what everybody goes through, not just women, what men go through, and what black women go through at the same time. And I think I'm not gonna tell y'all this whole book. We're not gonna go through this whole book because y'all gotta go buy this. Right? Yeah, matter of fact, go copy your book today. Goddamn me.
Definitely.
But
where would you find that at?
It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You can get it on Apple Music, on Google Play. It's on all platforms.
All platforms. I got mine on Amazon.
Your ebook, you can get a hard copy.
Yeah.
Whichever you prefer.
See,
so
in the future, we're gonna learn how to get our own distribution. We need all that.
Now you was talking about cheating, and it was a choice, and then also you talking about race and racial profiling and being all this other stuff. Now, is being racist a choice too, or is it something that you bred with, or is it something that you can get rid of? Is it something? What is it to you?
To me, it's a choice.
Just like cheating.
Oh yeah, I think it's a choice.
Just like cheating, okay.
Because you can have parents that you know are racist, and they're trying to bring you up to be the same thing. But you have a choice. You know right from wrong.
Right.
So just because your parents are racist or feel a certain way about a certain race, that doesn't mean that you have to be. Now, if you follow suit and do it also, you're just as racist as them, and that's you. That's your character. That's who you are.
Right.
You have a choice.
You got a choice. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I feel like that too. I feel like some people have a choice, but I be feeling like sometimes some people are just really bred into racism. It's like I done seen some people, even black people, that don't hate. I done seen a real life Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen a real life Uncle Ruckus, and he really do not like black people. But like I'm going back today, this one dude said, black people don't like black people.
Right. And there's a lot of people that I say don't like their own or racism doesn't just mean to me, and this is just me.
Right.
Doesn't mean just the opposite.
Right,
it has to be another race.
Right.
A lot of people don't like their own kind. So it's a lot.
So everybody out here just racist, prejudice, because you know that's two different things. Yeah, everything.
All that.
We out here tripping.
Yeah.
Man, say, okay, so this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about this book, because y'all gonna have to get this book, okay? Because this book is good, man. I'm talking about from the police beatings to, oh man, to motherfucking slavery. She started off with slavery. Okay, now I want to talk about the Black Lives Matter chapter 10. Now this is right. I know y'all ain't gonna be able to see this, but she names every fallen person on her. You know, what inspired you to dedicate this last chapter to all the people that passed away?
I feel like their names will always mean something.
Right.
Because they lost their lives with something that happened beyond their control. Whether they were wrong or not, who is anybody else to judge when somebody's life is supposed to end?
Right.
So I didn't put the women in there because this happened to women too.
Right.
But I felt like with our men being as strong, men are strong too, and black men are very strong. But a lot of them died not because of who they were as a person or their character. They died because the color of their skin. They died because everybody feels like if he's black, he's he's aggressive, or he's this, or he's gonna come at us this type of way. But you don't even know him.
Right.
Like one of the guys was a college student.
Right.
Y'all shot him because he was black. You didn't shoot him because he came or approached you in a certain way, because he knew how to approach somebody of a different race, because he was in a school that was mostly white people.
Right.
But you shot him because the color of his skin, and that's always going to be their excuse, is because, oh, he was this or he was that. No, you shot him. You didn't shoot him because of what he did or because you thought he was doing something wrong. You automatically shot him because he was black.
Point blank.
That's it.
Do you think we're a threat to our own selves? Because, you know, every morning we wake up as black men, you know, we wake up with good heart, good attitude. You know, we wake up with good intentions. But as soon as we step outside that door, it's like all that shit just went out. You know, just
I feel like if a black man is a threat to if y'all are, because I'm not a man, so I don't know.
Right.
But if y'all do feel like that, I feel like it's not because you want to be.
Right.
I feel like it's because what you have to be because of the world you live in.
Right.
Because you can be and know when you look in that mirror, I'm a good man, I'm this, I'm that, and you don't. And nobody walks out their door to try to get into anything.
Mm-hmm.
But why do you have to walk out the door thinking, "Am I coming back home?" Because I'm black. So y'all. I commend all men because at the end of the day, if you black, you got it hard.
Right.
You can't go to and do the same things that other races can do because when they look at you, you're stereotyped.
Right.
Or he probably don't have a degree. And I've run into that problem. I've had a woman tell me, I wonder what she doing, how she living like this. She doesn't have a degree, but I don't know you. So
Right.
how do you know my background?
Right.
But again, it goes back to the color of your skin. That's where I got that title.
Right.
I'm more than the color of my skin.
Right.
You don't know what I have behind me.
Right.
And men face that a lot.
Right. Well, no, you women do too. I mean,
Yeah.
from the work field, from which I got to go through through the work fields, taking care of the kids,
Everything, yeah.
the whole 9 yards, making sure everybody eat, it's I mean, big up to all the women out there. Shout out to all the women, you know what I'm saying, man. Much love to all y'all, all the power, you know what I'm saying, to all the goddess and queens out there. I want to also touch bases on who are your inspiration? Like, who are some of your leaders that that inspired you or that influenced you? Just like.
Honestly, it's really a lot of who inspires me is my grandmother.
Right.
Because even when she thought I wasn't listening to her stories, I know what she's been through.
Right.
And it makes my eyes water. But it's just like, it's crazy because as a black woman, it's like you deal with so much, or y'all really went through so much from, like I said, back when there was slavery and this. And I've even had a white man, just to share a little bit of history, that really made me like, I have to do this, is because when I was at work one time, there was a man and he was white.
Mm-hmm.
There was me, there was a girl that was about your shade, and then there was a darker black woman. Right. He was really mean to the dark black woman. And my grandmother is darker. Right. So seeing this was like an eye-opener, like, wow, my grandma really had to live this. And so he was always nice to me and wanted to talk to me. And so one day I asked him, I'm like, why are you like that? Why do you treat all three of us on a different level? And he said, because I was a product of the slave owners having relations with the black women that they liked. So I looked mixed. And I am, obviously. Right. But him thinking from back in the day, oh, she's what we made. So I had a privilege.
Right.
And then he treated the other woman bad because he's like, she's darker. She's the one that they didn't deal with. You better get outside and pick cotton or do what you got to do. And he's telling me this.
Right.
And the one that was the in-between, she was the one that was allowed to work in the house because she wasn't too dark, but she wasn't too light.
Right.
So just a lot of my grandma's stories really inspired me. It's really the main reason. And me living through different things myself.
I don't mean to cut you out, but we deal with that to this day for us, like the light-skinned black person and the dark-skinned black person.
And that's a chapter in there.
Right. You got on that. I didn't want to touch on that because, I want people to go get the book, you know, and I'm glad you shared this with us so people know how deep this book really is because we really face a lot of stuff. We are a problem to ourselves, and we got to start cleaning up our act. A lot of people don't really understand that. It's like it's deeper. It's deeper than our skin, man. It's our thoughts, man. Our thought patterns is the strongest thing. Our brain is the most powerful thing on our body. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like we beat each other up, but why when we're already being beat from every other angle? So let's support and be there for one another, and we could take over the world. Just being real.
We already know that through music. You know what I'm saying? Through music, we've been holding the crown in hip hop longer than anybody.
Yeah.
From blues, R&B, all that. It's us. You know what I'm saying? Even country and rock, that was us. They had to take it all from us.
Yes.
Everything we do, they took.
Yeah.
We've been fighting before we even thought of.
Exactly.
So
fighting.
What type of structure do you think it would take for us to be able to incorporate those things?
I honestly feel like it starts within ourselves. So people like you guys giving people opportunities and not just, you have to come with the people who are not known, not just always who's already made a name.
Right.
So once you have people that believe in everybody as a whole and can make things or have things that can help everybody network and meet and stuff like that, and just really be able to express themselves or not make somebody feel like because you don't have this many followers, because a lot of people are looking at it as social media.
Right.
You can have one follower and be just as good as somebody that has millions.
Right.
So I just feel like it just all needs to be brought in, not just wanting people who are of a higher caliber.
Right.
You just need everybody to start really bringing what they can to the table. And I really don't know a perfect plan, but I feel like those who understand and know where I'm coming from would be able to really help us.
And I know that, like, judging and, looking at people for what they got, like, you got to stop there. Like, because a person ain't dressed like you, don't have what you have, or, all that, the stereotype, typing and all that got to go,
It really does.
Like, come as we are, don't look at the messenger, listen to the message. That's, I always learned that one right there. That's the biggest thing I always learned in life. I always listen to the message, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, and if you listen to the person, if you looking at me right now smoking this weed because we talking about this book, then you missing the whole message.
The whole message, yeah.
You missing the whole message, you know what I'm saying? You done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So. And
everybody's different. If we were all the same, then it wouldn't even be what it is, what it could be today.
Right.
So everybody's different and everybody has their things, but even like me, I don't smoke, you smoke.
Right.
But I'm not looking at you like, oh, this is horrible because he's smoking. That you. Be you.
Right.
I would want you to be you.
Right.
I wouldn't even want you to say I'm not gonna smoke because you don't smoke. No, be you.
You gotta be comfortable. If you ain't you ain't comfortable.
Exactly.
Like you been around that auntie house that you just don't want to be over and you just on that pins and needles and shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to go to the kitchen and shit. You be like, damn, she gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? Not like, nah, man, let's be you. You got to be comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't understand that, it's like, goddamn, everybody's like, with us, we just like, ooh,
and
that, man, I don't hang with that nigga, that, I don't hang with that nigga, that, like, you don't even know.
But trust me, the ones that's judging ain't perfect and got a lot of skeletons in the closet and just ain't happy with themselves. So you gotta talk down on somebody else because you aren't who you want to be.
Right.
So.
It's crazy out here, man. It's real crazy out here. So.
Let's heal.
Like who? Let's heal. Yeah, we got the shit we do. We need some healing around here. But it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take time. But right now, because a lot of our babies are dying. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna say babies because now, I know when we were growing up, we were gang banging. We were doing we were doing the most. You know what I'm saying? We was in the club doing the same thing they was doing. So I'm not gonna down talk these kids on no other level. But it's like, they are dying at a faster rate.
Yeah, definitely.
Or at a higher and faster rate, and it's like, it's like we just supplying them with, like, here, we gotta stop.
Fashion.
Right. We gotta stop. It's not. We gotta start changing the fashion. We are in control. Our mouthpiece, our music, and everything controls the narrative. And everything, just like with you, with this book, everything like this controls the narrative. And I think like you gonna go forward with this book. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You going forward with this book off top. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're not here for this, but I just wanted to let everybody know that, Gunna Meize, you know what I'm saying? This is his wife here, you know what I'm saying? And we are expecting him to come home, you know what I'm saying? We're not giving him no date or nothing like that. We don't know when, you know what I'm saying? We just know that, free Gunna Meize, you know what I'm saying? And when he come, whoa, boy, you think you think a lot of people in the city making noise right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's finna be a motherfucking thunderstorm and an earthquake. You know what I'm talking about? And also Squeaky Mac, you know what I'm saying? Tell him, man, I want you to let him know, man, I love what he doing over there with Indigo Automatic. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing.
He's doing his thing,
definitely. And I seen him support. And I seen he got the book too, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, we need to chop it up about the book, you know what I'm saying? I want to see your thoughts on the book, you know what I'm saying? Anything else you got coming out?
I'm working on some more projects, but I'm going to wait till I have them a little more established.
Okay.
But I'm working, always working.
You're always working, so.
And Gunna Meize coming back in full effect. He is ready, 20 toes down. So y'all be ready to take over because he's ready. All gas, no brakes. For real.
Tell the fans where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at Kierra, KIERRA _SADDLER _ Facebook, Kierra Sadler. And that's it. You can find me there.
Once again, before I get up out of here, this touched me, you know what I'm saying? Like I even proved that I haven't bought a book, I haven't bought anything on Amazon in a while. And so I had to go support, you know what I'm saying? Please, please, please cop this, please. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need to get up close with it, it's this right here. Make sure y'all get this. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you stay lit to life. You know what I'm saying? This is what this podcast is about. We honor our people. I thank you once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And stay lit, bitch!